Welcome back, everyone. He's the king of technology. That's what I'm calling you. Garret Cleversley is an Apple computer dealer who's going to show off the latest must-have. There's always a latest must-have.
Always.
It might be out of style by the time we finish this, but tell me, what is the hottest
The hottest thing out this week is Apple's new operating system called macOS 10 Tiger. It's the newest, most revolutionary thing out for right now. You know, it's light years ahead of everything else, and hopefully we're going to show you some of the, a couple of the 200 new features.
All right, all right. Well, Apple has done so much in the past couple of years.
The innovators between the operating system and the iPod with the iTunes Music Store has turned them into one heck of an industry innovator for sure.
Right. Now, what do we have here?
I brought my laptop with me so we can show a couple of the major features, the major releases of the operating system. First one I'm going to show you is called Spotlight.
Spotlight.
It's going to basically change the way everyone uses their computer. I mean, the biggest problem we have nowadays is we have hundreds and hundreds of files. How do you find them? Where are they on my drive? I just saved it. Where did I put it? Spotlight is a complete index of the drive that is quickly activated by a key, and I'll show you briefly. To find a file, say
you're watching what he's doing on the screen there. So
down in my application somewhere, I got to come down to utilities and float down through, I got to navigate my hard drive to try and find this.
Okay.
With Spotlight, if I just type in, you can see it on the upper right-hand side. As I type, it's going to start bringing up more and more things. So with the simple typing, there's my application. And this does this, it's completely integrated with the system.
Okay.
So it does it on the fly. So if I even type in a new document,
I am on AM Buffalo. You have to have really good eyesight to see that on TV.
Right. If I just save it, if I save it as untitled,
all right.
And I'm not sure, it's like you forget, it's like, uh-oh, where'd I put it? It's already indexed. So I can sit here and type in Buffalo, it'll take a second, and right there is my untitled document. I didn't have to remember where I put it, didn't have to remember anything. And it indexes everything.
So many people I know get things lost in their computer.
Right.
They really do.
It takes care of all that, and it's integrated totally with your system. I'm going to show you something quick in the Finder that I'm not sure if you'll be able to read this on TV or not. It's called a new Smart Folder. It's the same sort of idea. I'm going to call this one Buffalo, and I'm going to say last opened in, say, this week. Okay. I'm going to save that as Buffalo. It's going to add to my sidebar, so now anything I save on my computer anywhere is automatically added to this folder.
Now, how do you get this feature?
This comes with the operating system with macOS 10 Tiger, of course, available at our store. Okay. It is, Apple doesn't have a necessary upgrade path because everything is such a major release, and it's about 18 months in between. It's a $124 upgrade or next release of the operating system. So you can see here that there's my untitled document right here, and, well, my mom, because part of her email address has Buffalo in it. So it indexes everything. Okay. So that's the most major innovation in Tiger with release. The next one that people will be most interested about is going to be something called Dashboard and Widgets.
Oh, look at that.
These are all your little mini applications. I actually looked up WKBW to make sure that I was going to the right place this morning. These are all these little widgets that you use all the time that, instead of having to launch your calculator, launch a dictionary, you press a key command, it's gone, it comes back, and you can type in, whatever you're looking for as far as your dictionary. You can start typing, and it still is so fast, it does it on the fly. As I type more letters,
I can't believe how fast this
it comes into computer. I have my address book. This is the weather when I left this morning. It was 39 degrees. We can see now that it's 49, getting much nicer out.
It is.
And I'm doing package tracking. Otherwise, I'd have to do, open up a web browser, go to a lot of different sites to get all this stuff.
Oh, so there's your package tracking. It's
There's my package tracking. And probably the most useless one is the hula doll.
But fun.
But fun.
But fun.
When you're all done, you hit your key, and it's gone. Wow. The next thing that probably home users are going to be really excited about is parental control. With internet, with having your kids on the internet all the time, if I type in parental control, this is now another feature of Spotlight. Let me bring this over a little bit so people on the TV can see it. I started typing parental, it brings up parental controls and highlights where I need to go.
Well, these kids now are so good on the computer.
Well, if you can totally password protect it.
Right.
And the nice thing about this is under parental controls, everyone's familiar with AOL Instant Messenger or iChat as far as Apple's concerned. I can come into parental controls and add who they're allowed to talk to. If they're not on this list, They can't talk to my child on the computer.
Well, you know what happens a lot, Garrett, is that, especially my friends with teenage daughters and sons, they get on this computer, and a lot of times the computers are in their rooms, and there's just so much parental control you can have when someone's got a computer in the room, but this would be a nice way to really
this
make
is completely
sure.
password protected. If you use a proper password that your kids don't know, they can hack it, they can't change it. So it is what it is. It's the same thing with the email. You can configure the email so your kids only get email from approved people.
That instant messaging is like
The instant messenger
really
is
big.
marvelous, and that's the next major feature in, let me bring up the right screen here.
Oh, there's our website.
Yep, I have that one. The next major feature of iChat is three-way chat. This is a bandwidth hog, quite honestly, so you need a nice, you need a Delphi or Verizon, a nice DSL connection, but you can talk to 3 people with video chat all at the same time. As you can see,
It's like a futuristic movie.
yeah.
So it's coming. It's really
it's pretty
here.
amazing.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have like an eyesight camera, you can still actually talk to 9 people. So you can actually have a conference call on your computer over the internet and not pay with the phone bills.
And see them, see what they look like.
And of course, I have your website up as
Perfect.
Safari is Apple's web browser, comparable to like Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer is no longer developed for Apple because Safari is by far a better application. What's new on this version of Safari is called RSS, really simple syndication. You can see your WKBW here with all the ads and everything, and looks really great. But I just want the news. WKBW has a really simple syndication feed, so I can see the news.
Perfect.
So
it really
those
streamlines everything.
Yeah, that's,
Garrett,
that's
thank
four
you so
of the,
much.
four
That
of
was
the 200.
very educational for us, for me. You got to bring me into the 2005 year of technology.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much. Everything's changing, and come back anytime. Yeah, I think I'm going to do something with the iPod too. You can help me with that. Garrett, thank you so much.
Smells
There
a
it
pack
is.
of gum.
There it is. Smells a pack of gum.
Just don't eat
Things
it.
are changing, everybody. Got to get on the technology bandwagon. Thank
That's
you
right.
so much. I appreciate it. This is great. Thanks for bringing your own laptop too. That was neat. And you can find Garrett at 10 Center Road in West Seneca. The number there is 823-3085 for Solutions Plus, or the website, of course. There it is, Solutions Plus, westernnewyork.com. And this segment was brought to you by Solutions Plus of Western New York.